In this lesson, you will learn how to connect nouns, pronouns, and simple sentences together into more complex sentence. There are a few ways to connect nouns and pronouns together. The most common way is 와, 과. If a noun or a pronoun ends with a vowel, use 와, and if it ends with a consonant, then use 과. Here you're given two sentences. Pause the video and try to translate them. It is going to be a good practice for you. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Just try. It may take you up to 10 to 20 minutes, but it's worth it. My brother and I learn Korean and English. How would you say my brother and I in Korean? It would be either 제 형과 저는 or 제 오빠와 저는. Learn is a verb, so we place it at the end of the sentence. And the rest we put between the verb learn and the subject, my brother and I. 제 형과 저는 if you're a male, or 제 오빠와 저는 if you're a female, 한국어와 영어를 공부합니다. So 형 ends with a consonant. That's why I used 과, and 오빠 and 한국어 ends with a vowel. That's why I used 와. Yesterday my mother bought apples, bananas, and juice in the market. This sentence is in the past tense, so we need to conjugate the verb to buy in the past tense. In addition to that, we are talking about mother, which is why we also need to attach a honorific particle 시 to the verb. 어제 제 어머니께서 시장에서 사과, 바나나와 주스를 사셨어요. or 사셨습니다. Before proceeding to the next topic, let's solve a quick assignment. Here is a list of nouns. Pause the video and think where we need to use 와 and 과. Once you're done, play the video again to see my solution. Okay, here's the solution. When we have more than two nouns, we don't need to put conjunction and between each pair, just like in English. That's why here you don't need to put anything. 마우스, 컴퓨터와 프린터, and 연필, 볼펜과 필통. The next grammatical construction is go. It helps to connect two sentences into one more complex sentence. Pause the video and see if you can translate the sentences. Every Saturday, my dad plays piano. This is the sentence number 1, and watches movies is the sentence number 2. First, you need to write this sentence without a sentence ending. Then use go to connect it to another sentence. 토요일마다, 마다 is every and it is attached directly to a noun. 제 아버지가 피아노를 치고 or 치시고, if you want to use an honorific particle 시, 영화를 보셔요. Here I use the honorific particle 시. Last Friday, I ate pizza and read a book. 지난 금요일에 제가 피자를 먹고 책을 읽었습니다. In English, when we talk about events that happened in the past, we conjugate all verbs in the past tense. Ate and read. But in the Korean language, you need to conjugate just one verb. 읽었습니다. 먹고 doesn't have a past tense suffix. My sister is beautiful and smart. 내 언니가 or 누나가 예쁘고 똑똑해. or 똑똑해요 or 똑똑합니다. And the last example is I learn Korean and my friend learns Spanish. 저는 한국어를 공부하고 제 친구는 스페인어를 공부해요. There are a few things you need to pay your attention to. 치고, 먹고, 예쁘고, 공부하고. Go is attached directly to a verb or an adjective stem. It doesn't matter if a stem ends with a consonant or a vowel. Just use go for any type of verbs and adjectives. There are 3 or 4 other grammatical constructions in the Korean language that are translated into English as and used for verbs and adjectives, but they are slightly different from each other. One of them is a verb stem plus aso, also, or yoso. You should know these rules in order to be able to choose an appropriate particle. I have already explained how to use these rules 2 times, and explaining this for the 3rd time is a waste of time. So please, if you're new to my channel, watch lessons number 22 and 26. If you already know how these rules work, you can pause the video and read the examples. This grammatical construction is also easy to use. Just remember, you shouldn't use it with adjectives, because if you do so, the sentence is going to have a completely different meaning. If you want to have practice and test yourself, pause the video and try to translate these sentences for yourself using polite, informal sentence endings. That student went to school and met a friend. 조학생은 학교에 가서 친구를 만났어요. Last Friday, I went to the library and read a book. 지난 금요일에 제가 도서관에 가서 책을 읽었어요. I bought a present and gave it to my younger sister. 내가 제가 저는 선물을 사서 여동생한테 주었어요. And the last sentence, I cooked food and ate it with my friend. 저는 밥을 만들어서 친구와 같이 먹었어요. 와 같이 means together with somebody. Your translation must be different from mine, which is fine. In some sentences, you might have used 은는 instead of 이가, or your word order might be different. If you have some doubts or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Okay, you may wonder, what is the difference between go and 어서 and 였어? 친구를 만나고 도서관에 갔다 왔어요. And 친구를 만나서 도서관에 갔다 왔어요. I met a friend and went to the library. And I met a friend and went to the library. Go is used to describe different, not related to each other actions, whereas 어서, and 였어 describe a sequence of actions where actions are related to each other. In the sentence on the left-hand side, I'm saying that the other day I did 2 things. I met a friend and I also went to the library. I did 2 different, not related to each other actions. But here, I met a friend first and then we together went to the library. Here, actions are related. It's a sequence of actions. The second action happened because or after I did the first action. Let's take a look at the previous example one more time. Last Friday, I ate pizza and read a book. 지난 금요일에 제가 피자를 먹고 책을 읽었습니다. I did 2 different things, but here, last Friday, I went to the library and read a book. I went to the library first, and after that, I read a book in the library. I hope you can see the difference. In the next lesson, we are going to learn another big topic in the Korean language. You will learn how to conjugate irregular verbs and adjectives. And here is a list of regular, colored in white, and irregular verbs and adjectives we're going to be using next time. It's not a full list, but they're most commonly used in the Korean language. You can start learning these verbs and adjectives in advance.